Hi there, a warm welcome to you. Can you hear me, viewers? Thank you for responding with yes. Let me welcome the participants first. Then, two important topics in tonight's live chat. Yusuf Anwar, first viewer who commented, where are you from, Yusuf? Are you from Oromia, Afar, or Somali region? This is Shimala, second viewer, Med Abdu Ali, Abdi Abi Raba, University Abriha joined after a long time. How University Abriha is a member too. Special welcome to you. I'm fine. My family is fine. How are you doing, University Abriha? Yusuf Anwar says, do you think the USA will abandon Ethiopia if they attack Eritrea and start with Isaias? Well, you know what US is planning to do these days. Talks going to start led by US between Ethiopia and Egypt. Eritrean side could be involved too. So far, US is involved. It's not uh, just leaving. It's not abandoning Ethiopia. Mikhail joined too. We have Skandarevat. Uh, El Walidali says, Sajid, good evening. There is clash ongoing in Matimma right now. Could you please say something about it? Well, I can confirm about the clash after the video, but I think in yesterday's video we talked about Matimma and Koara. Did a video 48 hours ago, but that clash was in Matimma Voreda, not in Matimma town. If the clash you are mentioning is in Matimma town, that's a big development because town is right on border. And if you remember, around a year ago, Fano controlled the town and then border was closed. Ethiopian military had to take refuge in Sudan. It happened last year. The military launched a counteroffensive when Fano withdrew from Matimma town. I talked about Matimma Voreda 48 hours ago. So, are you talking about Voreda, the town? We have Wandi Frau Ayele Spicy Habisha joined. Isaiah here. Mikhail says, I spent with you 5 years. Thank you, Mikhail. Good to hear that. His form here, Mulugat, Mulugata Shifra. Do you think the war between Ethiopia and Eritrea can be imminent? Well, I don't know when it will happen, but preparations are there, I can tell you. Because I always monitor preparations. So no one can deny the mobilization on both sides of the border. But there are plans, counter plans. Now mediation is going to start. Skandar says, is Jawar a bankrupt politician? Some people say. I'll respond to it. Kirobil Ephraim here. Peace and Love joined. Welcome, Peace and Love. Peace and Love is also a member. Special welcome, Peace and Love. Africa Star here. Yosedik joined. MMT. Yeah, MMT, I'm fine. Getting rest too. Abadano here. Are you assisted by AI in your job? No, Abba Dano, I don't use AI. Uh, Personally, I think we should not use AI unless needed. If AI can speed up your work, do use it. Get ideas from AI, but don't rely on AI. I would say people might not agree with me, but I think be genuine. Uh, Stop relying too much on AI. That's what I advise my daughters to. Sometimes they rely on AI a lot, but sometimes it takes away uh, independent, critical thinking from you if you rely so much on AI. Gold trader here, VOE Slashy Samael Ali Raya Aman Washe. Aman is also a member. Welcome, Aman. Johnny Asmara. Mikhail is asking about cargo flights landing in Eritrea. Well, I think the way uh, cargo flights are arriving in Eritrea, we saw a similar pattern in Ethiopia during Tigray war. Back then, flights from UAE, Iran, and Turkey used to arrive at Bishof to air base. And those flights were carrying weapons. Eritrea is also buying weapons. No denial. Government people won't accept it. They won't rather admit it. But Eritrea is buying weapons. And that is why fuel shortage is being noticed in Asmara, because once you start spending so much on your military, your budget for your people will be reduced. Alira says, Demek Zedu is Tigrean, Shadamlio is Amhara, so what Gitacho said is true. Does Demek Zedu introduce himself or see himself as a Tigrayan? If he does not see himself as a Tigrayan, why do you want to impose this identity on him? Yes, I know that I heard that his family is from Tigray. But if he does not want to own this identity, how can you impose it on him? By the way, Mikhail, these two flights are not the only flights. Several have uh, landed in Massawa in the last uh, few weeks. VOE, when did I say that Ethiopia has a right to claim only Assad? When did I say that? Aman Washe wants to hear what I'm going to say about Jawar. Let's start with the new story about Fano, and then I'll speak a little about Jawar. Jawar does not like my talks, by the way. I know it. And he has been complaining that Sajid is unfair. He's not neutral. He unfairly criticizes me. But I want to just address a claim by Jawar today and leave it to you to decide. But let's have a look at a claim by Fano, which Fano made today, and Fano backed the claim with the evidence. Whenever we see pictures, videos from the Mara region, it's always good to see because these pictures, videos give us real insights into the region, into the security situation. Because if Fano make claims, they can write anything in their statements. If they issue text statements, they can say anything. Their commanders can say anything. But what matters is evidence, pictures, videos from the area showing the gains of Fano, losses of ENDF. Same is the case with ENDF too. If they share evidence with their statements, then the statements matter. Otherwise, all day these Fano and government sources kill each other in thousands. By the way, if you compile all the statements of Fano, all the statements of military, the two have killed tens of thousands of each other so far since 2023. That is why I don't just believe whatever they are saying. What matters is evidence. If a side is sharing evidence, that report should be trusted. Fano today released a video from Gojam. They carried out an ambush attack on security forces. A convoy of security forces came under attack in Gojam near Debre Marcos, reportedly. The video shows a burning Oral vehicle of the Ethiopian National Defense Force. So, evidence is there that ambush was carried out. It was hit precisely. Military suffered losses. How many were killed? I don't know. But video is in circulation. I have placed a screenshot of the clip on the thumbnail. I cannot show the video because in the background, a Fano fighter can be heard passionately talking about the attack, the ambush attack on the military. So, since the start of a Banadio operation, which has ended by the Fano groups have been sharing evidence now. Wherever they go, if they control a town, a city, they release pictures from there. They withdraw, they retreat, but at least when they enter, they record videos, they share pictures. And sometimes they share battlefield videos too. Military does not share any evidence. Military only shows POWs whenever foreign fighters surrender or when they are taken prisoner. Military shows a few. But when it comes to losses suffered, I think Fano fighters are showing more losses of the military than military is showing of Fano fighters. Aman says, you do criticize Jawar unfair. I told you long time you started criticizing the man right when he got out of prison. You don't even know him that time. Well, why do I criticize him? Aman, let me explain a little. Then I'll share the new story, second one. I think Jawar is one of those politicians who can perhaps be a face of change in Ethiopia, especially after he was released from prison. I think he changed. He said goodbye to uh, resorting to hateful ethnic politics. He tried to talk like a mature Ethiopian politician. People might not agree with me. I still see Jawar as a contender. One man who can challenge Abi is Jawar. If the man gets his acts together and if the man gets the favorable conditions, the man is ready to take the risk. Is one of the very few, by the way. There are not lots of men in Amhara, Far, Tegarai, etc., who can challenge Abi. I think he has charisma, he has following, he knows how to use media, he is educated, young. So I think he should not fail Ethiopians. I'm not saying he should just make blunders or just take undue risks. But Jawar, other Ethiopian politicians, they have a responsibility. They represent people. People look towards these opposition politicians and they want to bring about a change while remaining abroad, while staying at a distance from the conflict. They want to start an uprising in Ethiopia, but they want to be safe in Europe, in America. Yes, there are questions about Jawar's financial integrity. I know that. I'm aware of it. Uh, but still, I think Jawar and some other politicians, if they give preference to Ethiopia and Ethiopianism, they can form a joint opposition front, not an ethnic Oromo front. I always say that Ethiopia should have a joint political opposition front. Nothing wrong with that. Opposition politicians have every right to unite and contest an election and challenge the ruling party. PP is here to rule. You will see that. Maybe to rule for years. Why? Because opposition is fragmented. Opposition politicians are looking towards Fano and Ola and DPL to bring about a political change. Isn't it an admission of failure? So for me, Joe or others are disappointing. They should do better, I think, because they can do better, I think. Now, let me just explain what Jawar said today. I say that he's turning into an activist. He just wants to discredit Abi's government. He sometimes shares wrong information. It does not then make corrections. Today he claimed that Ethiopian PM requested UN Security Council to support Ethiopian case for sea access. But the UN Security Council rejected. So the basis of Joard's claim was an interview given by UN Security Council chief who visited Ethiopia recently. I read the entire interview. The serving UN Security Council president is from Russia. Presidency rotates among UN Security Council members. He is from Russia. This month, the man with UN Security Council delegation visited Addis Ababa because Addis Ababa is the headquarters of African Union. And UN Security Council met with African Union Peace and Security Council. Meetings were held there. The Reporters is an Ethiopian news source. It it's not pro-government source, as far as I know. Maybe it's pro TPLF. So the Reporters is not pro-Ethiopian government news source. A reporter of the Reporter news outlet contacted Russian diplomat who is serving as the president of UN Security these days. He interviewed him and he asked him a question about Ethiopia Eritrea tensions. The Russian representative said that Ethiopia Eritrea issue, the access, whatever, it should be solved bilaterally. Or good is involved, maybe trilaterally too. He said that no party has contacted us about the ongoing tension between the two countries. So neither Ethiopia nor Eritrea has contacted UN Security Council about the sea access issue. And Jawar claimed that UN Security Council has rejected Abiy's request to talk about sea access. So either Jawar was misled, he did not read the article, or he just made up a story. I mean, when the UN Security Council president is saying that no party has contacted us so far, how can you say that Abiy requested UN Security Council to speak on this issue and UN Security Council declined? You cannot say that. There's no evidence. So I think Jawar should be careful. Michael is trying to divert me. He's saying voice is not being heard. Whenever he joins, he starts writing such messages just to divert me. What should I do? If I ban him, people would say, Sajid, don't ban people. That's against freedom of expression. So Jawar needs to be careful. Yes, he wants to discredit the government, but through telling lies, you are exposing yourself. As far as I know, by the way, I am in touch with the plans of the Ethiopian government and maybe Eritrean government to diplomatic efforts. What are they doing? I'm in touch with the people. I don't think that Ethiopian PM ever sent a formal plea to the UN Security Council to talk about sea access issue. This is not the time. I mean, I don't know much about how UN Security Council works, but I don't think that this is the right forum. At this point of time, UN Security Council is not the right forum. Tensions are there, but tensions have not reached a level that UN Security Council will think of intervening in this matter to solve it. So I would say that the claim by Jawar lacks evidence. Bobby T says, earlier you said Amhara militia have no motivation to fight. They are just being paid. Well, come on, Bobby. You saw what happened in South Gondar yesterday. How many militia members surrendered yesterday in South Gondar? Did you see that? I posted a video this morning. Did you see that? Several dozen, maybe around 300 surrendered there. And reason behind such developments is that Fano fighters are attacking militia members. They're killing militia members. They're attacking militia training facilities. They are killing militia chiefs. They targeted militias. So when you know you're the target and your life is in danger, you don't have the morale, you don't have the narrative, the ideology to fight, you will surrender. And if you fight on Fano side, they'll pay you more. Uh, so I don't think that militias in Amhara are charged and they want to fight. They are collapsing. The same is the case in Oromia too. I think government-backed militias are collapsing. Your hub says, I don't you think step by step Fano is destroying ENDF and their militias sooner or later will join Fano? Thank you, Janale Media, for buying the super chat sticker. Your contribution matters a lot for me. Well, step by step perhaps won't work. I mean, you are weakening ENDF. ENDF will continue making up for the loss it's suffering. It is conducting recruitments. It will buy more weapons. It will go on. It will go on. Fano fighters, I'll do a video on that. What are the limitations of Fano, which perhaps they won't be able to overcome? I'll do a video on that. Ali Raya says, can we say PMRB is still afraid of TPLF militia more than Fano and Ola? Yes, I think rival number one for RB is still TPLF. Fano on its own won't be able perhaps to bring about change anytime soon. Same is the case with Ola too. But TPLF, Fano, Ola, LRT alliance could be formidable. But TPLF alone perhaps won't be able to reach Addis. They tried. They need allies too. Charlie Mulo, what do you mean? Strategy about what? Khalid Said says, war of attrition benefits ENDF. Yeah, war of attrition won't finish soon. It will go on. And ENDF can make up for these losses. ENDF can catch up, I think. Alex T says, you're broadcasting Fanos claims all the time. No, I don't. Whenever military issues a statement, I always give coverage to it. Whenever military shows Fano fighters taken prisoner by military or who have surrendered. I always make videos on that. But Fano are sharing more from the Amhara region. Military speaks less. That is why we share more from Fano side. The fox says your live chat time is not good because it's bad time, internet speed is slow. Well, not all the viewers are from Ethiopia. You know that my views and news is watched across the world. So all of you are not from Ethiopia. Maybe a small number of people are from is from Ethiopia. Gebre Selassie says your information is outdated. Which part of the information is outdated? Could you make a correction? Could you share fresh information? MYN says, why Fano and TPLF ally with Eritrea, which is the ally of Egypt, that arch enemy of Ethiopia? Well, the reason is simple. They have one target. All of them have one target. That is Abiy. Fano want to remove Abiy. Ola want to remove Abiy. TPLF want to remove Abiy. Eritrea wants to remove Abiy. So that is why they are allies. No update MMT from Cairo. Seth Solomon here. Yeah, Aman. People talk about war as if it's a child's play. Uh, but wars should be feared, I would say, should be averted, should not be romanticized, should not be glamorized. No, please read the interview. You can read it on the reporter's site too. Jawar wrongly concluded that article. Charlie said, last question. Charlie said, do you think TPLF and government of Ethiopia will go to war? Well, all signs are there. Why? Because their issues are unsolved. They'll have to engage and talk and solve issues. If they don't, they'll fight. So far, they haven't been able to talk. And last time, too, when they made peace, it was because of external intervention. Americans made them get to the table. This time, too, I think foreign players will have to be involved to bring Abiy and TPLF close for talks. Otherwise, they're on a collision course. Danizana is talking about my titles: good news, bad news, in trouble. Well, why don't you talk about the topic of the live chat? So 37 minutes have passed. I think we should end the live show. It was good to be with you. Thank you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. Uh, Help me to cover the Horn of Africa. You can contact me anytime to Gmail sajid67200. Let's ensure that the news coverage of the Horn of Africa is neutral and based on facts. Thank you for watching. Stay blessed. Bye bye.